Moving on to some of the questions around what can succeed in China. You were quite famously in the Australian press a year or so ago saying that wasn't much that could succeed out of Australia in a place like China. But the concept, you're quite articulate on how people need to have overwhelming competitive advantage to offset other factors. So could you talk about that for a bit?
Sure. Well, the Australian press really likes to get lots of clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I did say is maybe 95% of Australian businesses don't belong in
Yeah.
China. That's because they developed a solution to a problem that is
Yeah.
probably, say, an Australian problem or even North American
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
But consumers and businesses in China often have different problems.
Yeah.
So the solution might not be a fit. We save a lot of companies time by saying, hey, listen, well, you've built an awesome, amazing solution to a problem, but that problem doesn't exist here. So you might want to spend your efforts in a market where your solution or your technology or your offering does solve a problem. And that's one of the biggest services that we do. Within 10, 15 minutes, have a chat, trying to understand the underlying technology behind what a company's bringing to market. And then pretty quickly we would say, well, that problem definitely exists here. We see that problem, or that problem doesn't exist here. Or actually, more often than not, the technology that they've built can be applied to create a solution to a problem here in China. So the way you deliver the solution, the way you get paid for the solution, might be very different than, say, in North America or Western Europe and Australia. But the technology can still solve a problem. So we tend to focus on areas where an international solution has a competitive advantage here in China. So, for example, cross-border commerce. There are many products from around the world, such as beef, where the international product is superior to the local product here in China. We work with a lot of companies bringing products, whether it be skincare, like cosmetics, food, and things like that. Second area is education. There are many English teachers in Australia. Unfortunately, there's a bit of shortage here. Not only that, but you're familiar with a university, lots of Chinese traveling outside of China for university education, etc. Third, fintech, financial products. There's a lot more diversity in financial products outside of China than available in the local market. Here, we're trying to open that up. Another area is health. Most Chinese people believe that the Chinese health system is horrible. That's their opinion, not mine. But that gives an opportunity to international players to come in and take advantage of that. And then media. Chinese generally enjoy Chinese media, but they also enjoy international media, especially if it's a superhero movie or something like that, or music. So these are some areas where the cross-border angle makes sense. Other areas that are a bit tougher, like enterprise software as a service, you need to change it a bit in order to make it work. Now, a year or two or three ago, enterprise software or SaaS wasn't a thing here in China. Very difficult to get people to pay. That's changing extremely rapidly. So the great thing about China is it doesn't stay the same. It changes quite quickly. So now there's a lot bigger opportunity on the enterprise software and SaaS side.